celebration, as I mentioned in the beginning, because it is the time of the year. The wheel is turning and we are coming into spring, and we are taking a look at now a little deeper into the roots of spring from another part of our world, which is Persia, right? And there's millions of people celebrating Nowruz, right? Which means new day. A new day. A new day is on. Is anybody ready for a new day?
Yeah.
You're ready for a new day.
Yeah.
Yes. We are looking for that. That's the perfect idea and celebration that all of us are looking for and truly need at this time in our lives. We're saying yes to this as we come together in celebration. Now you must say, okay, but then she's throwing all these things at us, Zoroastrianism and Ahura Mazda and all this in Persian stuff. I want to really go back to, you see, we talk about the oneness and the connection with each other, and we want to go back to the roots of not only our own lineage, each one of us, but the roots to humanity, right? The roots to what brings us together as a human species, and how do we come together in that? The world is turning, the energies are changing, and all of us are affected by it, and all of us need to come together in oneness with it, and all of us want the sweetness of life, the love of life, the ultimate experience that we can possibly live. So this is a new day, and in a new day for the Persian celebration that we have, the Zoroastrian, this comes from the tradition. We have our beautiful altar here in the back. You can see some pictures of it, and it has symbols, and it's always about the symbols and these tools to help us. And it's the Hafsin, which is 7. 7 is a good number. It's a sacred number from the Persian tradition, and also in the S's of the sins of the S's. So they take something from all the S is like garlic is S, begins with S in the Persian tradition, and they put the garlic on the table for what? For medicine. Look at that. How many of us in holistic traditions are eating the garlic when we have some kind of thing going on with us? Can we see the connection? You see how we're all in there? We're connecting each other, the core of what we all truly want. That this is not only a Zoroastrian holiday, there's also sects of Muslim, of the Islamic tradition that also celebrate. There's millions of people now that in celebration of it, and celebrated all over the world. It's just about spring. It's about that newness, and it's here, and it's now. So let's think about, what is Zoroaster? He was a prophet. He was a prophet. Back now, everybody's saying different times. Maybe 4,000 years, 3,500 years, but he goes back a long time. Many say that he is the father of monotheism, right? Since it came around at a time when people were worshiping many gods and said, no, let's go back just to one. Let's go back to one. And they called it the Ahura Mazda, and the flame and the light, and Zoroastrian traditions have a light burning for all that time. You can go to ancient temples. They're hidden away, and they have a light that's been burning for thousands of years to help light. You know, we started the song today. We started our song with Holy Spirit, light the fire. Ahura Mazda, light that fire. Get that fire burning in us. All of us attracted to that fire. How many of you, when the sun came out nice and warm, and I'm looking for that sun fire, right? You were out there, you were looking for that, you felt that warmth on you, and it touched something deep within you. And that's why we call this the reawakening of the seeds. And the seeds from the Zoroastrian tradition tells you have two seeds. You have the seeds of good and evil within you. With the seeds. Many have heard it maybe about, from the Native American tradition, you have two wolves to feed, right? So those are the two seeds, and they are the good and the evil within yourself. And you are asked now to work at having good thoughts, words, and good deeds. That's your life. That's your work. That's our work. To have good thoughts, good words, and then good deeds. And it all begins with the good thoughts. It all begins with, what seed have you awakened this morning? What seed are you throughout the day? Are you helping to nurture and to grow within yourself? And it all comes from what thoughts you are thinking. And those thoughts that we are thinking become manifested into words that we say. And many of us don't pay attention as much as we really need to pay attention. to the thoughts and the words. Right? How many are busy figuring things out in the car? You're driving along and you're talking to yourself or you're figuring things out, whether in your head or out loud and listening to them. Are they thoughts that you want everybody else to hear? Ooh, I didn't expect a reaction, but I got some reactions about that. But yeah, great honesty. Put it out there. It's so true. One of the most important words for me in my life was integrity. That your insides match your outsides. If my outsides are ranting and pointing fingers and blaming, I'm writing out my insides. Because it came first inside before it came out. This is a new day. It's a new time. And we have to be the masters of our own minds. And fear, that evilness, I would call it fear within ourselves, gnawing at our thoughts, pulling us away from spiritual principles, from trust, from hope, from belief in the highest good, from knowing that flame, that love that is out there, that all of those exalted gurus, the teachers, the masters, the prophets that have come and over again have said to us, hold that pure thought. Make your words count. Make them good. Make them kind. Make them compassionate. Loving. And if they're hurting somebody else, they are not loving, even if you didn't mean to. Think. Good thought, good word, good deed. 4,000 years ago, we were asked to live this way. How long do we need to wait? How long? When will this matter? When will we start? This is spring. The spring is that season of ideas. It's the season of mind. It's about opening your mind, letting air come in. Blow out the cobwebs. Have you been repeating the same thing over and over again? Well, if it hasn't been a sacred chant, and if it hasn't been a prayer, and if it's been something rhetoric, it's time to let it go. Only love will serve us. Only kindness and compassion will elevate us. Clarity of mind. This is the season. Clarity of mind. Discipline. Discipline ourselves. That's why for all of these holidays, there's the first thing that comes is clean out. Clean the house, right? Get in there and clean up everything. How many sacred traditions are out there when they have a big holiday? What's the first thing we're told to do is clean out. Clean out. So the invitation today is to tell you all to clean out all that was old, all that was there, all that you've heard yourself say over and over again, and rejoice that you have the opportunity to come to a new day, a new time. And this spring, be very conscious of the seeds that you are planting. Be very conscious of the fact that the divine has planted some amazing seeds within you. You are the source of pure potentiality. All that could be and all that is within you. At what level do you want to vibrate? At what level do you want the world to vibrate with you? This is a joyous opportunity. This is something to say yes to. 4,000 years the call has been there. Yeah, I've heard it said that many times you'll find the Zoroastrian is sad because it's a dying faith. because they believe can't convert to it. So they have to be born into it. And it's sad that it's dying out because they don't get involved. They don't get involved in the craziness of the world. They try to just stay close to purity, to light, to the fire, the Hormazda, the flame, purity of life and goodness. So, this spring, can you plant these beautiful seeds? I'd love to see the flowers blooming of the you that is you, that could be so magnificent beyond the you that has been in the coldness of winter and the isolation that we've all been stuck with. Keep the seeds growing, and I trust